Dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum. May Allah's peace, mercy, blessings be upon you. We stopped at the story of Ashab al-Ukhdud, where Allah Almighty says, قُتِلَ أَصْحَابُ الْأُخْدُودِ, cursed be upon those, the companion of the trench. And we also mentioned the story of the trench, that why this verse is mentioned here and what is the wisdom that Allah Almighty cursing these people. And we said quickly, just a quick recap, that we said that people of this town, they embraced Islam, they became a Muslim. The king of that town was a tyrant, disbeliever. He made a big trench and he put fire into this trench and he started throwing everyone, until a woman with a small baby, when the soldiers pushing her, she got afraid because of the baby, even though she believed in Allah Almighty. She said, she just start stopping herself a little bit. Then Allah Almighty made that small baby to talk, and the baby said, Ya Ummah, oh my mother, don't worry. We are on haqq, we are on the truth. Let's die and we will meet in Jannah. Let's die and we will meet in the paradise. So they pushed her, the soldiers pushed her, she went down, she died. But the promise of Allah, that for sure they will be in the paradise, the mother and the small baby. And then Allah Almighty continued and He says, النَّارِ ذَاتِ الْوُقُودِ, the fire full of fuel. Yes, because they made this big trench and they put this fire which is full of fuel. إِذْ هُمْ عَلَيْهَا قُعُودٌ, that where they will be sitting on it. وَهُمْ عَلَى مَا يَفْعَلُونَ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ شُهُودٌ, that this is what they will go through it because what they have done to the people, to the believers. So basically Allah Almighty saying that even though the soldiers belongs to this tyrant or the kafir king or the tyrant king, Allah Almighty said that they will end up into the similar situation. That Allah Almighty will put fire, النَّارِ ذَاتِ الْوُقُودِ, and Allah will make them, إِذْ هُمْ عَلَيْهَا قُعُودٌ, that Allah will make them sit on this fire. وَهُمْ عَلَى مَا يَفْعَلُونَ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ شُهُودٌ, that whatsoever they have done to the Muslims, to the believers, they will witness on that day. So it's a simple calculation. You do something bad in this world, the result is bad in the hereafter. You do anything good in this world, the result is good in the hereafter. So these people, the soldiers, they are thinking that, they are brave or they are smart or they are being protected because their lord or their master or their king is saving them or protecting them. Yes, at that moment they felt that they are protected and they are taking everyone to the ditch. But what happened? 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, 100 years, how long they will gonna live? Simple as that. They will die. They will be punished in their graves until the day of judgment. Allah knows best now how long they are living in their grave. 15 years, 30 years, 100 years, thousands of years, we don't know. But certainly it's very long. Until they will end up in the day of judgment. And in the day of judgment, Allah Almighty will make them sit on the fire. That's why, my brothers and sisters, it's very important. It's very important that whatever the action that we are taking here, the first thing that you will pay back in the grave. Yes. In the grave, in that small little hole that me and you and every one of us will go one day. It doesn't matter if you believe in Allah and if you don't believe, you will die and I will die. It doesn't matter now you are a good person and a bad person, we all will die. It doesn't matter. What will happen inside the grave once we die, I will give an explanation of that after a break. So stay with us and we'll see you. Welcome back, dear viewers. We stopped at the grave. What will happen? As I said, it doesn't matter if a person is believer or not believer. It doesn't matter if a person is believing in Allah or he is completely an atheist person who is denying Allah. We all die and we will all end up into that little hole, grave. And in the grave, the first thing we'll start is the accountability, the minor accountability. And this minor accountability, if we go into the detail, it's so terrifying, it's so horrible that we will say that if this is the minor thing going on in the grave, then what will the major thing will happen on the Day of Judgment? Yes, it says in the authentic hadith that when a person dies, when a believer who have a good relation with Allah and he's praying and he's doing all the good things, when he will die, what will happen to him? His soul will come out. And before the soul will come out, the angel of death will come. And the angel will command the soul, Ya ayyuha ar-ruh at-tayyibah, O beautiful soul, O good soul, ukhruji, come out, come out. So the angel is commanding nicely to the soul to come out. And it says in a hadith that the soul will come out as آخر قطرة في السقاء. As there is a last drop of water in a bottle. If you have a bottle and there is a last drop in the bottle, if you will flip the bottle, what will happen? That small one drop will come out, right? Very easily. The hadith says the believer's soul will come out easily without any problem. And while the angel of death having the soul in his hand, the angels of mercy, Mala'ikat al-Rahmah, they will come and they will be full from this place until the end where the person is dead. They will come with a beautiful smell, with a nice clothes, and they will come and they will take the soul from this angel. They will say, your duty is to come and take the soul. Now it's our duty to take care of the soul. So they will take the soul from the angel of the death. And then they will put this ruh, this soul, into the kafan of the Jannah. Allahu Akbar. Can you imagine the kafan of a believer coming from Jannah? Ya Rab, I ask Allah to Almighty for me and you to be among those that their kafan is coming from the Jannah. The angels are coming with the kafan of the Jannah. They will wrap this ruh of this kafan, and this is smelling beautiful. And these angels are white and beautiful angels. And they will taking the soul to the first sky. They will go all the way to the first sky, and the guards of the first sky, they will say, Man hadha? And they will take the beautiful name, Hada Fulan, Ibn Fulan, he is so and so, and they will take the best name, Abu so and so, the father of so and so, the best names that this person used to like. The angels now saying, can you imagine? That angels are saying, he is Abu Fulan, he is father of Fulan, he is the best person. So the angels will say, welcome, welcome, and they will open the gate of the first heaven. Then they will go all the way to the second heaven. The garden or the guardians of the second heaven will say, Man hada? Who is this guy? And the angels will say, Hada Fulan, Ibn Fulan, and he is the best person. And they will take the best name. So the gates of the heaven will open. They will go to the third heaven, the same thing will happen, and the gates will be opened. He will go to the fourth, fifth, sixth, until the seventh. Allahu Akbar. And above the seventh heaven, there is Arsh al-Rahman. There is the throne of Allah Almighty. Subhanallah. And the soul of a believer will go all the way to the seventh sky. Then Allah Almighty and the angels will say, who is this? They will say, he is so and so, Abu so and so. He is the best person with the best names. So the gates of the seventh heaven will be open, and he will go always or almost at the arsh of Allah. And then Allah Almighty said, أعيدوه في الأرض. Take him back to the earth. فمنها خلقتهم ومنها أعيدهم ومنها أخرجهم تارة أخرى. Go, take him to the back to the earth, because from it I created them, from it I will return them, and from it I will resurrect them. Allahu Akbar. Can you imagine this whole scenario is happening with a believer? What will happen to the non-believer and his soul, and how the angel will take the soul? We will continue in the next episode, insha'Allah ta'ala. By then, stay tuned. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.